clack. No, I'm not doing that. That's not a good sound to start off with.
What was that?
I was trying to do the word clack.
Well,
I was
like
going to go with
clackety-clack.
a different. Okay, I'll start again. Okay, whoop, whoop, whoop. Welcome to our Circle Irk podcast. I'm really pleased with that sound.
We're keeping all of that in.
Fuck. Great, excellent.
Womp, womp,
Womp,
womp.
womp, womp, clack, clack, clack. Welcome. This is a podcast with a married couple. It's about comedy and other random shit. I'm Munn.
I'm Q Potts.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we are excited to be here podcasting in the lounge again because downstairs still flooded.
Still flooded.
Yeah, just in case anyone's going, wait, if anyone actually watches this and they go, whoa, hold on, not
Wait,
garage.
should we put a photo up for people?
Of what the garage looks
Of what
like?
it looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll do that in post, I guess.
Yeah.
But
in
fuck it,
post.
should we just get like straight into the podcast
I think
today?
so too. No, yeah.
Yeah, no one wants to hear
No,
us
we've got
talk
an
about
awesome
the lounge.
We've got an awesome guest as well.
Yes, we
which-
do.
yeah.
Very excited to chat to our fantastic guest. So I reckon let's just bring him on straight away and have the chat. So please welcome to the show our guest. Woo! Excellent.
Welcome.
We also do small claps to create it like sound like a live audience.
Yeah, of course.
With a small group of people.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for being on the podcast.
You're very welcome. Thanks.
Yeah. And our first question we always ask our guests
Yes.
is who are you?
So I'll tell you, but surely that's in the title of the show. So when people,
It's too good. It's too good.
It is, yeah.
So when people click on this to listen to it, they know who the guest is.
It's never occurred to me that is the case. Like not once has that crossed my mind.
So the kind of mystery thing, and not saying my name and everything.
Look.
My name is Benjamin Robert Thomas Hurley,
Oh, we got a full name.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
and I was born in 1980. I don't know if you wanted my date of birth.
I love it. Well, we'll do ours now. So my
Okay.
name is Mumairoa Heath Munn. Great. And I
Right.
was born in 1995.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm Quentin Angeny. Oh, but my middle name's got 3 different ways of saying it.
Just say it.
I'll just Angeny, Angeny, or Angine Potts. 1994.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Sorry, I'm taking over the
No.
podcast.
There's literally nothing. We're just chilling.
This,
Have
yeah.
you seen the weird sort of microtonal alien band from Quebec?
No.
And they're all over the internet, and they're called Angine de Pointine.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Holy, maybe that's what I'm named because I have no idea.
They dress as like polka dotted aliens,
Oh my gosh.
and there's a drummer and a guitarist, and that's it. And they just kind of make alien sounds, and it's kind of been held up as this example of what AI could never create.
Yeah, that's quite cool,
It's
actually.
this insane human creation that AI would never.
Yeah.
It's
be
like
able
half
to
a
do.
band, isn't it?
It's
like,
half a band. It's I'm not I'm a big music lover, but I don't play any music. But I understand it's microtonal, which means they kind of play between the notes. So he plays this guitar kind of on the fret rather than
Like in between.
the frets.
That's
yeah.
pretty cool, actually.
That's, as I understand, and I'm sure someone will
Does it give it that
potentially
spacey
correct me.
vibe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah,
And
boing.
it's there's no singing. What do you call that? Instrumental.
Yeah.
Except occasionally they kind of make kind of alien sounds.
I feel like we're going to have to check this out. It
Yeah.
sounds loose.
But yeah, it's Angine de Pointine.
That makes
That's the name of the band. So
I'll
there
ask
you
if
go.
they're looking for a lead singer because
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
sing. It might match.
I don't think it would matter.
Yeah. It's all microtonal, Quentin. You're always
Yeah.
in between
Yeah.
the notes anyway, so
Yeah.
fuck it. That was so mean. I'm sorry.
In context, I just learned what a note was recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we all had our own notes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
apparently there's like there's actual on key.
There's objective notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're designed in a way when songs are designed that you're supposed to sing them or do the notes
Yeah.
that are there. Yeah. We were in a musical together recently, and it was
Was it good?
it was
I'm not really selling it, am I? Well, yeah.
it was real fun.
Was it like in the Fringe?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It was called Squirt, and it was a
Okay.
boy band murder mystery musical. We actually emailed the band 5 to ask if we could open for them,
Yeah.
and if they had said yes, we would have been fucked.
It is not my genre of music at all, but it's easily my favourite boy band is 5.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
They're the best.
They're fantastic. I
Yeah.
would have actually been quite concerned if they had said yes, though, because at that point we hadn't actually practiced any of the songs, so it would have been a real time.
So you know that punk band from Wellington here called Darts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So they kind of formed as a joke, and because I can't remember who it was. There was a bigger punk band from overseas coming in, and they were looking for an opener, and they just kind of formed as a joke, going, "Oh, we'd like to open for." It wasn't Green Day. It was someone.
Holy shit!
Maybe Pennywise or someone like that, and that's how they formed. So it was. So there you go. It could have happened.
It could have happened.
Okay, do you know what?
Far out.
I actually know the drummer from Darts because I was labouring with him one time.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, "Oh,
Cool.
we're just gonna." That's how small Wellington is. He's like,
of course.
I play in a band of Darts, and then I looked at him. I was like, they actually do some pretty big gigs, but that must have been.
Well, I think they've had some success since then, and I mean, I love them. So
Yeah, they are fantastic. But I love that they formed as a joke because
totally.
That's kind of how I do everything in my life. I'm like, oh, let's just do this and be like, fuck, this will be really funny. And then when it actually goes okay, I'm like, oh no.
Well, yeah, well, you're here on the couch right now, which for me is like I watched you growing up and I was like, this feels like one of those moments, so, you know? Like,
Yeah,
I'm getting it more and more now. I've watched you growing up. I'm like,
oh,
okay.
that does sound creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It just makes it doesn't make me feel old. I understand how old I am, but it's just I guess. You don't really think of that. You don't really think of kids watching. You know, my audience and 7 Days audience, whatever, is kind of growing with me. So I look at the crowd at stand-up shows now, and they're kind of like 35 plus, generally.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're not like an asshole as well. You know, when you see someone on TV and then you meet them.
Early days. Who knows?
But yeah, and then you meet them and you're like, oh, you're actually really, really good, genuine dude. It's like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah.
Have you ever met someone you're like, oh man, I'm a massive fan, and you meet them, and you're like, oh no.
Yep, absolutely. I don't want to say who. Absolutely. The whole never meet your heroes thing. Growing up, I loved David Letterman, and my wife and I were in New York, and we went to see him live. At the live taping.
Yeah.
And when he was still on air, and he was just like, I knew so much about him. I knew he was kind of notoriously grumpy, but in between takes, like he was kind of grumpy, and I was like, might be a bit of an a-hole.
Like, do you even like, give me water and like...
Yeah, a little bit, but like, there was... he used to do a segment called Name That Cut of Meat. And,
I really like that.
And it was so good. Except they're all American cuts, so it's not like ones that you'd recognise in New Zealand.
Yeah.
They don't have bowler roast. They don't have leg of lambs, really. They have no other names for those. But anyway, so he used to go, and then if you got it right, you would win that cut of meat. And he'd go into the audience and do it. And there was a guy, and... he was really tall. He was sitting right in front of me, and he was on the aisle, and he was really tall, and he had his knees up really high.
Yeah.
And in the kind of, before he came in, like somebody who worked for the show came in and said, make sure you don't put your foot in the aisle because Dave might trip on it.
Yeah.
And the guy's like got his like knees up under his chin, basically, this poor guy. And then at one point, I guess I don't think I think he was trying his best to keep it, but his foot kind of went slightly into the aisle. And it was during the segment, and Dave Letterman walked past and booted his foot. Like, get out of my aisle.
That's so dramatic.
It was.
Like, what the hell? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But then you could be like, I've been touched by...
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I mean,
I like how you're repackaging it as a positive thing.
Yeah.
I do kind of get it, you know. You don't want to trip over while you're on.
He's also old, isn't he?
And he's old too, that's true.
The fall's a fall.
A fall is a fall, yeah. He hasn't fallen over, it's a fall.
Yeah. That's how I feel like I'm at, and it's just... But that's because every time I fall over, I gravely injure myself, so it's more of a... Yeah. Last time was at a Ja Rule concert, and I broke my ankle, which does feel like it was on me.
Wow.
Feels like it was my fault for going in the first place. But yeah.
No, it's legitimate. That's okay. An injury from a concert, I think, is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. 6 of us broke our ankles at that gig, so it wasn't just me.
When you think up the front of a concert, it's an insane human experience. Like, it's not really something you experience in any other thing, just squished together with all these people. Where each other's bodily fluids, all over you. And
I'd like to say I was at the front. I was at the back.
I sweat.
And
I was like, wherever you want to go with that. I'm glad you clarified, though. Yeah.
I was assuming spit.
Yeah, it's probably spit as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not the ones that you were thinking.
Yeah, you filthy fucks.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you never know. You know,
never
it's
know.
a Ja Rule concert,
That's
so
right.
it's
pretty
probably
sexy
jizz
music.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. One of the things, and I forgot to do it up top, that we usually do is we ask a hypothetical question at the start of the show because we're figuring this fucking thing out as we go, basically. So we've pre-planned one today, which is really profound, which is if you were a superhero associated with an animal, e.g. Spider-Man, Batman, what animal would you be associated with?
It's a really good question. My favorite animal is an otter.
Ooh. Okay, they're cool.
I love otters.
Yeah, they're so cute with the
they're ridiculously cute, but they're also kind of. Have you seen river otters? They're like those big Amazonian ones. They're kind of a bit badass as well.
Yeah,
but the little ones are super cute. They're kind because what is an otter? It's a seal. It's also a dog. It's also a cat. It's also a fish. It's
also a builder.
It's also a builder.
Yeah.
It loves seafood. I love seafood.
Yeah.
You know, I want to float on my back eating camoana off my belly.
Yeah. It's a perfect life.
That's my perfect life.
Yeah. So Otterman.
Otterman. I think I would be Otterman. Yeah.
How does Otterman save lives?
I was going to say a good question. Yeah.
Well, it would mainly be sea-based rescue.
Yeah. He teamed up with the Coast Guard.
Surf life-saving.
Right.
Yeah.
PR Rescue's like Otterman's on the case.
Would I have to be bitten by an otter to get the powers?
I think so.
Like Spider-Man?
Yeah, that feels right. Although Batman, I guess, had a traumatic experience with bats.
Yeah.
So you could have a traumatic experience with otters.
True, but you know, Batman's got no powers.
Yeah. He just likes dress ups.
He's just a billionaire.
Yeah. He's just got all the money for all the toys.
Weirder when you think about it now.
So weird.
Yeah. It makes me think he's maybe sad. Maybe a sad man.
There'd be more Batman movies than any other. There's probably more Batman movies than Superman movies, right?
At least recently, for sure.
Maybe more than Spider-Man movies. It's weird for that. There's so many movies for a superhero that has no powers.
Yeah, just a guy with lots of money in a cape that he can afford, you know? That's nuts. What would you be, Q? I'm curious.
Oh, I didn't think we were swinging it around.
Well, we are now.
Oh, I quite like polar bears, so I think I'd be a polar bear man.
Polar bear man.
Yeah.
Right, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I think I'd be eel woman. Yeah.
Tuna wahine.
Yeah. That is exactly what it would be. Because I like the mystery with eels.
What power would you have?
I don't know. No one would know.
Just be slimy.
Where I have sex. Because they haven't figured that out. Did you know this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. I sounded crazy.
Although I think I stumbled over an eel orgy once.
Oh. So it is happening.
So I live right near the sea and like mud flats, and so you know when the tide goes out, I just walk on the mud flats, and there's like an old tire. Yeah. And I was looking in the old tire, it was kind of like a rock pool, and it was just full of eels, and I was like, I know what's happening here.
Yeah. This is that's where
this is like a concert. This is like a Ja Rule concert.
They're all there. They're breaking ankles. They're all. That's so.
They get it on with tires. Yeah.
Well, now we know the answer to the question where the eels.
Yeah, and a tire in the Western Bay of Plenty.
Yeah.
Are you a big fan of tires, or?
I'm like not a fan. You know,
who's a fan of tires?
Like, it's a fucking crazy question.
I mean, our podcast is called Circle Irk.
That's because
circular.
Yeah. Well, that's because I thought it was funny naming it something after Circle Jerk, and the whimsy wore off quite fast. Now we're stuck with it.
We're stuck with it now. Yeah.
It's a famous punk band, Circle Jerks.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Maybe it was them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it was them.
Yeah. I was just laughing at that it sounded like I'm just a child, essentially. Most of my shows, so we put on shows monthly, a lot of them basically no one can find advertising for because they all accidentally, not on purpose, have been named after porn movies.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So that's been actually quite bad for the marketing at the end of the day.
There's the comic who lives here, Samantha Hannah, who, who, if you Google her name, she's a porn star.
Wait,
she's not not a porn star.
Yeah, but there is a porn star.
There is a porn star called Samantha. Oh, maybe it's two. One called Samantha, one called Hannah.
Basically, you're Googling it and you're getting their team up videos.
Yeah,
you're like, cool.
Damn it, we had Samantha on a few episodes.
We should have asked her.
Yeah,
we should have.
We never. No, we talked about the comedy scene. Nowhere near as
really
interesting.
missed your opportunity.
Fuck. wonder if we
She didn't
can
mention
do some
her porn
pickups with her
star
later
career.
on. We're like,
Yeah.
want to do some clips. Yeah, yeah. Okay, fantastic.
Just to reiterate, it's not her.
But it'll move some
Someone
tickets
else.
for her, so that's great marketing. That's great
Come to
marketing.
Peekaboo.
yeah, given the name of the show too, it could be, Peekaboo does sound like a kind of quite playful porn category. Anyway,
I guess you guys have a quite unique name, so there's probably not other people named with your name in the world.
No, not really.
there is actually someone called Mamaroa Munn, like my full name, who also is based in Wellington.
Oh, wow.
Which is quite confusing for me.
Yeah.
I only found out about them because my stepmom was working at the Treasury and she was like, someone here who has the same name as you. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's so, I wouldn't have picked that. Yeah, there's quite a few Ben Hurleys in the world.
Yeah, there's a lot of Quentin Potts too, usually in America.
I tried to friend them all as well on Facebook.
Which is creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't get many.
Quentin's a very American name, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. It's my dad's middle name, so I have no idea. That's how I got named him.
Right.
Yeah, it was just like my nana was like, "Oh, that's a nice name. You should be named that too."
Yeah. Oh, no, it's a
Yeah.
nice name, absolutely.
So
I
now-
didn't
yeah.
realise until an English friend of mine years ago pointed out that there are New Zealand names.
Oh,
Like, obviously Māori names, but I'm not
Right.
really talking about them. But
Yeah.
But there's, like, English or, names that that people in England or the UK don't really have, and one of them's Dion.
Wait, but what?
No one's called Dion.
I have like so many cousins, at least 3 called Dion.
Yeah,
What is?
it's a Kiwi thing.
Wow.
is that because we
Yeah.
liked Dion mustard?
Like you're thinking Dijon.
Oh, Dijon. Fuck.
Oh, I thought you were doing a joke. Are you serious?
I clearly haven't had that mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
that's Dijon. That's French too.
Yeah, exactly. So you should know better.
Yeah, Dion. I didn't realise. There's a few. I think like Daryl and stuff like that. No one's really called Daryl outside of New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually. I think I'd be surprised to find like an American or someone from the UK be like, hey, my name's Daryl. I'd be like,
Yeah.
for real? Like, actually?
Yeah, it's weird. Eh?
Yeah.
I mean, no one's called Daryl under 40.
Yeah, that's true. I love the
Imagine
idea.
a little baby Daryl.
Daryl. I love thinking like babies like an adult name like Daryl or like Ian.
Yeah,
Or
or
like
Barry.
Yeah. But like what?
Yeah, Margaret or something.
Yeah.
Margaret feels a little bit more.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Margaret's an old lady. I got an
Yeah.
auntie Margaret. She's in
Yeah.
her 70s. And she,
Yeah, Margaret's that does check out. That does check
They
out.
grow into their name. They don't really suit it straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Because there's that weird thing where kids are called old things now.
Yes.
It's particularly like white middle class kids are called like, Daisy or whatever now.
Yeah, which is like it's kind of come back full circle.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I wonder if we should chat a little bit about comedy. We try and always like
Okay,
have a bit of comedy chat when we have comedians on. We've only had comedians on.
Oh, you've only had comedians on?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Although we did have someone on recently who was like, I don't identify as a comedian, and I went, interesting. Tell us
okay.
about your Comedy Fest show. But yeah, like how did you get into comedy? Like how did you kind of know you were funny?
I always, this is weird, but I don't really, that word funny, like, how do you know you are funny?
Yeah.
I never really, I don't equate just natural funniness with stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
Because the funniest people I know are not stand-up comics.
Yeah,
And
that's
I-
true.
And I know loads of stand-up comics.
Yeah, you're like, you don't even like make the top 10.
Yeah, no, probably
Yeah.
not. The funniest people just naturally are just normal people who do normal jobs
Yeah.
generally. But yeah, so stand up is a skill, a craft, an art. It's all of those things. It's things that you learn to do.
Yeah.
But I guess you've got to have some idea of how it works or whatever. You've got to have a certain amount of self confidence and idea of the mechanics of it, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To do. I always loved doing, and it's a weird thing. So I started when I was 21, but I was always like, I'll never do stand up because I love it so much, and I'll only ever be not as good as my heroes or whatever.
Yeah.
And then to start at 21, which felt like it was old at the time, it was not old.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No, it was just, I did, all the normal things at school that I guess theatre kids do. And,
Yeah.
And then I didn't really like the acting that much. I don't know if I was a very good actor or I didn't like it or a combination of the two. But and then I just kind of discovered that you could do this other thing, which was still performance and you got to write your own thing.
Yeah.
We'll write your own words to say.
Yeah. You gotta kind of get to put them forward and be like, it's me being me, or I'm the persona that I'm putting on stage instead of also trying to play a character and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
It's what I like about it is it's a team game played by individuals.
Yes, I've always thought about that.
Yeah.
You want the next person to crush it.
Yeah.
Crush it.
And we had a group of friends here in Wellington, and we all kicked around together, and just that was our main focus, was doing stand up, and we all wanted each other to do really well, and I loved that camaraderie, but I also knew ultimately it was only down to me to make it work.
Yeah, that's quite interesting, because what we've done here is we've got like a lot of people. So basically, I've been doing stand up for a couple of years, and
I just started 8 months ago.
Cool. And but we've got quite a cohort of people who came from improv specifically, because a lot of us kind of did improv and experimental comedy first before coming to stand up. And a lot of us kind of moved over to stand up together because we were like, even though you're by yourself on stage, we like the community and the having a group kind of around it.
And because it was always lineups and stuff. Like, I like club comedy. That's 1 hour shows are great and everything, but that's I like club comedy and lineups and that's what I like watching. That's what I like being a part of the most. Yeah. And that was what it always was for me for like the first 10, 15 years. And then probably not that long. Probably I started doing you do festival shows after a few years. But I feel like maybe not your generation, but maybe the generation between me and you, they're very solo show focused rather than lineups, and that's I'm not criticizing, but that seems a little bit more lonely.
I think so too. Yeah. It's interesting because we've got some friends who do solo shows and don't gig at all.
Yeah. So that.
Yeah. And I can't imagine not testing the material, because so much of my material, the first time I do it, I eat shit so hard. Yeah. So if the first time, But if it wasn't an hour show for the first time, risk high. Yeah. Risk the whole show sucks is so high.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I don't know how people do that.
Yeah. But then you also miss out on the fun of gigging and going to gigs and being in green rooms and talking to people and seeing people's
being
sets.
social and
Like, I had an experience with I went up on a lineup, did a 5-minute set, absolutely ate shit, and then Hawani was like, let me show you how it's done. Did similar joke, crushed it, and then walked in and was like, that's how you do it. And it was just great fun. Yeah. And I bantered, and I was like, you asshole. But I was also like, oh, that's so good. I've learned a lot from it. And then the next time I was like, keen to keep going.
And he wouldn't say that unless he knew it was like funny, and it was, I guess he wouldn't say that unless he had a certain amount of respect for you.
Yeah. I think there's an ongoing joke now with him where I'm just super naturally competitive. Yeah. But like, when you compete with someone who's like been doing it for a lot longer and much better than you, it's great because you can never lose.
There's no real threat.
No, I don't think he's concerned. I don't think he's worried.
No.
Not to be. Not to be that.
No, he tells me to my face.
I think, no one's threatened.
No. But it's fun. You don't get that in a solo environment.
Not yet. Yeah.
No, and it's funny because there was, I kind of call them the Snort crew. So there was this group of comics, Chris Parker and Joseph Moore and Laura Daniel and stuff like that. And they were kind of part of this whole, I just do 1 hour shows, I don't really gig community, and that's cool. So I think they formed Snort, which was an improv group, so that they could have both. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I think stand-up wise, they weren't really interested in being part of club lineups and things like that.
Yeah. I love the club lineup. I love the club lineup space. Probably the most out of it. Like, I love performing in bars.
I'm really pleased to hear you say that. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's genuinely my favorite place to do it. I love it bars. I love it when it's nighttime. I don't mind if it's a biggish bar or a small venue. I prefer that to like kind of overly engineered or organized shows as well.
It's also it's just entertaining regular people. Like, I don't know if it's the slight working class chip over on my shoulder, but it's just regular people who want a good night out, and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's okay to try and entertain normal people.
I think it'd be cool to be doing this.
Just theatre, people.
Who
want to go to a theatre and spend a lot of money.
Yeah. Yes. And you can do this to like I'm gonna keep doing this till I know I'm only fresh, so probably don't have much to say here in this space.
You're incredibly enthusiastic.
But I'm so enthusiastic. I'm like, I can imagine doing this till I'm like 60, just like to a bunch of maybe like 5 people in the audience. Who cares?
Sure.
Get up there and try and make someone laugh.
That's that's how you want to start.
Yeah. Because the buzz I got on my first, because it's only recent, my first ever gig.
Which I
was
missed.
a rush. Sorry. Yeah, you had another gig. You actually with Hawani, which was also that's where the rivalry
just
started.
To make it a whole thing.
Yeah. But that rush, I was like, oh, this is addictive, and I've been like, I've still got that every time, nervous every time, wanting to throw up, and it's great. I love that.
Yeah,
to do comedy
so
for
positive.
that. Yeah,
use it, right? There was a guy I was like in a bar last night after a show, and there was a guy. He wasn't a comic, but he said he did a lot of public speaking, and he said, like, do you have any tips? And I'm like, well, like, what do you mean? Like, he goes, I get really nervous. And I'm like, well, just so you know, I know people who've been in comedy longer than me. I'm in my 25th year, so I know people have been going over 30 years who still almost throw up before gigs. So it may never go.
Yeah.
So there's 2 ways to go. One is to try and get over it, and I don't really know what that technique is, but the one I would say is just embrace it and use the nervousness for energy.
Yeah, I don't get it any other space. And I'm like, so it's quite cool to get that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I really hope. And even if it goes bad, you still get that rush because you're like, oh my God, I learned something.
Yeah.
Let's try it again next week with different style of putting it together and seeing if that works.
Yeah.
It's still figuring some of them out.
Of course, that never ends. You're always still figuring it out.
Yeah. I think some of my favorite shows, and maybe this is because I'm odd, are the shows that go badly for me. I find them. I love a bomb. It's terrible. I think it's really funny, but I maybe it's.
Well, again, like that's better than being crushed by it.
Yeah, and it's always like I can almost clock as soon as I come out that it's not going to go well, which I've
only ever seen you go well.
Yeah, wow, there've been some shockers.
Well, you pulled out good ones in front of me.
Yes. Yeah. My favourite was one time I did a show and Kip had to come out and explain that I'm usually quite a happy person.
Oh dear. Okay.
I was tired and I was coming off the back of doing something I was quite proud of, and was just a weird mess. So yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I think he pulled the mic off you at some stage.
Oh yeah, no, I've had the microphone taken off me as well, and been ushered off stage before. That was by Kip as well. But you know,
I'm yet to witness that.
That as well. That was specifically at the Wellington Comedy Awards, and I was hammered, and no one else was.
So it was just comedians there.
It was just comedians.
Oh well, that doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly, and no one else was.
How hideous to do a gig in front of comedians.
Yeah. It was like my newcomer thing, and they make all their newcomer nominees do 5 minutes at the awards.
Who's they?
What
monster is making you do this?
I guess that year it was Kipling and Hawani.
Hideous.
Yeah.
Gigs in front of comedians.
Yeah.
I know. And most of them had seen the stuff before as well. Had. So it was just such a bizarre time.
Because you only have 5 minutes.
I have no one to blame but those people.
Yeah. And I did badly, but it was pretty fun. People were asking me for months afterwards if I was okay.
It has to be strangers or it doesn't work. It doesn't even work when there's like friends and family in the audience. Yes. I reckon you change how you are. You perform differently. It's in your head. Like you can try and put it out as much as you can, but it's not the same. You're supposed to be entertaining strangers.
Yeah, exactly. Not a room full of people who everyone knows you.
Everyone knows you. So they've seen the material and they've been to the puppet show. They've seen the strings. Yeah, like, they know. Yeah, they know how it works.
Yeah. So that was really fun. Actually, on that, have you had any like over your time, like any shows that were like real shockers or like really memorable for good or for bad, to be fair?
I do get asked this a lot and I don't really, I don't.
Yeah, like they're all good. We just truck on.
I just crush every time.
No, I don't. Yeah. But I mean, they're just not great stories, I guess. One time so sometimes, when you're, I guess, a bit established or whatever and you get booked for corporate gigs.
Oh, yeah.
And they pay incredibly well.
Yeah.
In fact, they pay far too well for what you do most of the time.
Yeah.
And a kind of seismic shift happened in the culture when there was a lot more New Zealand comedy on TV because of, Reese or Die or 7 Days or whatever. That corporate gigs got better because they wanted to see that they'd seen on TV. And so it wasn't like this stuffy thing anymore where they're like, oh, can you make sure you're not don't ever swear, and we kind of want to recreate what people like. So it was better. And so corporate gigs aren't this big scary thing anymore. They're basically just a normal gig. However, there's still a lot invested in you because they've paid you so well, and they're flying you wherever, and they're putting you up, and so I did one of them was do you know about licensing trusts? So some places in New Zealand, you can't just buy booze normally. The booze sales, West Auckland's a place, Invercargill's got one, where it's all controlled by a trust. There's about half a dozen in the country.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like they're usually really old. They're like 150 years old. We've had this trust, and they can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
So usually it means you can't buy beer in the supermarket. You can't buy booze in the supermarkets. And they have their own shops next to the supermarkets, generally. That's what they do in all of West Auckland. Anyway, there's a number of them across the country, and they all had a conference in Oamaru. And because they've got one as well.
Yeah, steampunk capital of New Zealand.
Yeah, and Oamaru is an awesome place, but it's one of the hardest places in New Zealand to travel to. Yeah. Because you've got to fly to Dunedin or Timaru, but there's like one flight every week or whatever to Timaru. So,
it's not like it's a hub of activity.
And then it's a drive of like 2.5 hours. So it took me like all day to get there. And then, they're like, they welcome me up, and I'm supposed to do like half an hour. And I just was like, I just kind of was trying to be playful and was like, would it be that bad if you just sold beer in the supermarkets?
Yeah. And biting the hand that's feeding you.
Yeah, but I just thought, can't you just see the fun in somebody saying that to a group of people that's their entire job, and they did not.
They didn't even find it fun. It's fun and silly.
And so then I'm just like, I've lost them literally in the first minute, and I'm like, well, I still have to do my time. Yeah. And so I just kind of went through my bits and just talked for half an hour to a group of people that eventually just started talking amongst themselves.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's just such a playful joke. I can't believe they're so insulted.
And then, the next day it's like, I've got to travel all the way home now, 2.5 hours. Yeah. That's a flight.
Yeah, like it's a whole, it's hard to get to Oamaru.
The whole day. Yeah. And they still paid me, and that was almost worse. That felt worse.
Yeah, like, oh God.
They didn't really do anything wrong. They were just a bit stuck up, I guess.
Yeah, they weren't
a bit sensitive about that particular issue.
Yeah. That's just nuts though, because they're like alcohol people.
I know.
Like, you'd expect it to be a bit of a fun, kind of loose time. I guess they
broaden
chose
their market.
Oamaru though, to be fair.
What's that?
I guess they chose Oamaru to host it in, which I like Oamaru, but it is a choice.
It is a choice. It's kind of cool. Yeah. It's an odd place. I know, steampunk and all that,
Well, because my marae is in between Oamaru and Timaru, so there's like
really?
Yeah, so we spend...
South Island Māori, eh?
Yeah, as well as Northland as well.
Right.
And that's my Moerewa, so it's like both sides. And now I'm in Wellington, so, but
Somewhere in between.
Yeah, that's what we drive down there. Yeah. Every time we're down the South Island, my mum's like, got to see the Moiraki boulders. It's like, okay, I don't think it's going to be...
I'm like, I've seen them and like, those are some quite round rocks.
Yeah, they're just round rocks. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. They're really round. That one's really round.
Yeah.
That one's cool. Not quite as round.
That's the whole thing.
I know. You're like, how long do we have to do?
Yeah.
Like, what do we... Yeah. She was like, should we spend half an hour at the boulders today? I'm like, what do we... They're just rocks.
Yeah, they are just rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll go for lunch. Oh, this cafe is the most expensive cafe I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
Everything is boulder themed.
Yeah, it's got a view of the rocks though.
It's got a view of the rocks.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think I had a slightly weird gig recently, which would be up there in my weirdest gigs because it was in Melbourne, but it was for the Comedy Fest, and the entire audience were all dudes from the same workplace, and there was no one else there.
Yeah, was it an hour show?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they weren't on board.
There was a couple of laughs. There was I think there was.
It was my whole solo show. It was horrific.
Because I do the tech for your show.
I see, right.
Yeah.
No, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I was like, why are you here? They were all from a construction company as well. So, it was just a great time.
Their boss bought them tickets.
Were you like, why did you choose me?
Yeah, honestly, I was like, out of all the comedians, this is quite a niche show about my OCD. Like, this is quite an odd time for everyone. Yeah.
Oh God. Were they nice though? They didn't start heckling or anything?
A couple started heckling, but like supportive heckling, being like, I do that as well. I'm like, thank you, dude. Nice, thank you.
I prefer just a laugh.
Yeah.
It's almost worse.
Yeah. And
I'd
then,
rather you booed me.
honestly, genuinely, I was like, this is like, because at least that's fun.
I know.
You know? And then one guy came up afterwards and was like, I like what you did up there, and was like quite emotionally supportive. I was like, thanks, man, this is super weird. Can you just go?
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, I'd rather be booed and then all of you leave in a hurry.
My sort of go-to weirdest gig was when I was still living in Wellington, because I started doing comedy here.
Yeah.
And,
Ooh, Wellington.
And Wainuiomata, it was in Wainuiomata at the rugby club. Now, Wainuiomata, if you know anything about Wainuiomata, it's very much a league place.
Yeah.
But this was at the rugby union club.
They have a rugby union club?
They do, I know.
Yeah,
I was
that's actually surprising.
Too. Yeah. What's kind of hard to tell about the story now is it involves a very, very niche movie called Bad Boy Bubby. I don't know if you've ever heard of this film.
I've heard of it, but I've not seen it.
Okay, so this movie, Bad Boy Bubby, is a really odd Australian film from the 1980s about... Oh, it's really strange. Like, it's proper surreal.
Right, yeah.
And it's about... a mother who's basically kept her adult son inside for his entire life.
What?
Yeah. And, you know, has sex with him and stuff. And, yeah, it's really, it's not played for laughs, but it is kind of a darkly funny, he breaks out and becomes, joins a band.
Is this how this band started? The space band?
Maybe.
It's all linked together.
Anyway, it's a really odd movie. And it was this kind of movie when I was a teenager and in my 20s, like, you know, people kind of knew it for how weird it was.
Yeah.
And how shocking it was. And we walk into, me and my friend Dave Smith, and he played songs. And we walk into the rugby club, and we'd been booked to do like half an hour each, and they're watching this movie.
Oh, in the club.
Like on a Saturday night. Someone's put it on the big screen.
No.
Like the projector screen.
As you're about to do your set.
Yeah. And they're like, and they're all, you know, they're all pissed up and cracking up at this insane movie.
Yeah.
And at one point, like, it sounds so bad, like, you know, when you describe a really shocking thing. And, so at one point, the guy glad wraps a cat and kills it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that scene is
in
happening.
In the movie.
In the movie.
Cool.
Yeah. And that scene's happening on the big screen, and they're like, oh, yeah, you can go up now. And I'm like, oh, but the movie's playing. And they're like, yeah, but if people want to watch the movie, they can watch the movie. If they want to see you, they can watch you. And I'm like, oh, it doesn't really work like that, man. Like, you can't do that. And so the compromise was they'll turn the sound off. Oh. So no one was happy.
A silent, surrealist, fucked up movie.
Yeah.
And then
playing literally above my head. And I'm trying to do my stuff. And I needed the money. Like, I needed to do the gig. I mean, these days not that I don't need the money, but, you know, these days I probably have enough wherewithal to just walk out.
Yeah, but like,
but
this is
then
going to
I'm
be
like,
weird.
I needed the $300 or
You also travelled all that way.
Yeah, all the way. I knew it.
Yeah. It's a long trick.
It's like going to Mordor. Actually, it's apparently quite nice there now.
Yeah, it's kind of
it's
like
up and coming.
It's getting glammed up.
Yeah. Anyway, and so that's not always my go-to weirdest gig story, and it was really early. Like I was probably 2 years in or something.
Oh my god, I'd be horrified.
Yeah, it was horrible. I didn't really have half an hour, so that was what I was worried about.
Yeah.
And then you get there, and there's these other extenuating circumstances. Like this isn't going to help.
It wasn't on your bingo card.
No.
You weren't guessing that's what was going to happen when you walk into the room. Oh my gosh, that would throw me for sure. That would throw me.
Please look up Bad Boy Bubby. It is actually an incredible film, but it's really weird and shocking.
Yeah. We've watched a couple of surrealist films like as a group, and most of the time I watch them. I'm sober, but it feels like being very, very drunk.
This is a bit like that. Yeah.
It's like everything feels like out of it and bizarre. Yeah. Excellent. Well, maybe we'll move on to our pet peeve part of our podcast.
Sure.
This podcast has very little form, bar the end, because we like to do everything at the end of something. This is really well constructed. So this part of it is, because we're a married couple, what we do is we each bring a pet peeve to the table.
Yes.
And we present it to you and go, like, whose side would you be on if we were having a conversation about this? We've had people also not pick sides and just be like, both of you suck. So there's kind of no wrong answer. Yeah. And then we'll see whether or not you have either, it could be in relationships or just in life or in comedy, if you have any pet peeves that you like also want to like bring to the table. Yeah.
So about comedy? It has to be about comedy?
Literally anything.
Oh, anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
ours are going to be about our relationships.
loads of
yeah.
things.
Okay, excellent. Good. Yeah. Do you want to kick off, Q, with your pet peeve?
All right, I'll go because mine's quite like it's been irking me for like years now. Where Mo loses so many phones to the toilet.
Okay.
It's very normal.
How many are we up to now?
7.
Yeah, with a lot of phones.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of phones.
And
it's a lot of phones.
Especially with someone who sits down on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one, it just jumped off the
assume.
handrail. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just jumped off the handrail into the toilet. I didn't even do anything last time. It's like the phone had a mind of its own.
Yeah, so we're constantly buying new, or like I'll have to buy a new phone, or like my hand-me does. I've never broken a phone or lost a phone yet.
Okay.
Because normally they just go.
Just checking mine.
Yeah, it's like,
you get paranoid.
It's in the toilet upstairs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something that currently I'm like, oh man, that's up to 7 phones. And we recently did one, and it was crazy because the most recent example was it was on the towel dispenser, and apparently the excuse was it just jumped into the
Are these iPhones?
No.
Okay.
They're
That's like $10,000 worth of phones.
Yeah. The phone I've been buying has been getting cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
we're getting
can't
used
be
to
trusted with an iPhone.
No, so this was $200, the phone I have.
That's good.
And then the woman at the store said, would you want a more expensive one because it has a better camera? And I said, that's not going to help me take better photos because I'm fucking shit at taking photos.
you need a waterproof
So,
one.
yeah.
Also, we're still paying off one of the phones that was like probably 3 phones ago.
Yeah.
We're still paying that plan off.
Yeah, that
So
phone's
that's why you can see every time I see that payment come out of the account, I'm like,
But hang on. You're a grown up. You've got insurance. You don't have contents insurance?
We don't know.
we don't.
Okay.
We should check on it.
We are actually, because the downstairs flooded, we're currently checking on contents insurance to see if we have any.
Okay.
We might.
You might.
We might.
Okay.
But we might not.
I see.
Yeah, so
Okay.
things are going really well.
Shouldn't have brought that up.
We look, I'm sure
that's what I'm really after. Whose fault's that?
whose fault is that? That one's on both of us, I feel. And I will talk on the toilet thing, to be perfectly fair. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose.
I think that makes it
Case
worse.
closed.
I think it makes it worse.
Last time
7's a lot.
Yeah.
7 is a lot.
7's like, if you did 3, you'd be like, oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah. But
7
7's
and
a lot.
in what time period?
It's been like maybe 5 years. The worst one was
Right.
the Foxton public toilets, 'cause that was not coming back from that. That was quite a rough one.
I think I've got to say, I think it's time. You just can't take it out of your pocket when you're in the
think
toilet.
so too.
Well, often it falls out of my pocket.
Or you've got to leave it.
Yeah, I think I need to leave it in a different room.
Yeah.
Last time was really funny. That's when it just jumped in. It was in Melbourne, and the woman in the stall next to me heard it, and so then she brought me the hand sanitizer on some tissues to clean my phone. But the hand sanitizer was lavender, I'm allergic to lavender. It had lavender in it, and then I had an allergic reaction. My hands were all fucked up for my show. It was a really good time. This is not proving my point.
Day, is it?
Yeah, no. It wasn't.
Where's your defense? Yeah.
It wasn't awesome. And then she came to the show the next night, so I sold a ticket out of
that's
it.
nice.
So we'll take the win.
Okay.
Yeah. Why are you laughing?
Was every ticket that hard sold?
Yeah.
7 phones over 5 years. That's more than 1 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm efficient. That's the wrong
Good
word.
maths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, I feel like this one's a loss for me.
I'm just trying to figure out. No, it's not really a loss because it's clearly not your fault.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is, at what point do you go, I have a problem? I reckon after 5 I would have gone, I have a problem and I need to change my lifestyle.
But you need to do something about it. Yeah.
5, 7's too many.
7's too many. Yeah. The amount of bags of rice we've gone through too. Because I try and save the phones every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I wish I could grab. We've got one of the ones up there, and like half the screen works. So like, if that one goes in the toilet, we've at least got a phone.
This one has gone in the toilet.
Yeah.
That one has. Oh,
Yeah, but the rice did its job.
So ironically, if you did spend the money and got an iPhone, they're waterproof now.
So maybe I should just buy a super fancy waterproof phone.
Yeah, it's like it's a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something else is going to happen to it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I've also left the phone on the top of the car and driven off, and then the phone's
Yeah, my
flown off the
father's
back of
done
the
that,
car.
but
Yeah.
he's in his 70s.
Shit. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, here's my pet peeve. I brought one. Mine is that what Quentin does as he watches YouTube constantly, and he listens to it really loudly, but he also like fast forwards it on like 2 or 3 times speed, and he refuses to mute it. So we'll be here, I'll be like watching TV, and then all I can hear from this side of the couch is just it's like spit up talking like, and then he doesn't mute it.
Unforgivable.
Yeah. Yes. Fuck yeah.
I knew as soon as you brought that one, I was like, oh shit, that is annoying, because it annoys me when other people do it. But for some reason, I'm like, I'm at home.
You do it in bed. I'm asleep and I wake up to.
Because I'm trying to view content twice as fast so I can get through twice as fast amount of stuff.
Yeah. Twice as much stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but why?
You're not the first person I've met that does that, but doesn't that make it unenjoyable?
Oh, like, because I'm often watching like informational stuff, and so I'm like, I want to get through the meat, like how to like do an oil change or something. So I'm like, boom, trying to like speed through it.
Okay.
And then I'm retaining that because I'm going through it faster. That's my logic between it.
Yeah, I understand the logic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, do you have? I keep asking if you have Apple products, but do you have?
Headphones?
Yeah.
So I used to have them, but Mo wears them all the time now. That
And have they been in the toilet?
They have not been in the toilet.
Okay.
They have not been in the toilet. They have been dropped in many other gross places, but not the toilet. So they're doing okay. But you do have other headphones, and he refuses to take them off on a phone call as well, even though I can't hear him when he has them on. So there's
You don't talk on a phone call out loud, do you?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally was doing that just before.
Yeah. On speaker.
We've brought this up as a pet peeve before.
Yeah, there's the speaker. Yeah.
And I'll like walk around and next minute.
Why?
Oh,
I've never understood why people do this.
Okay, I have a theory, and I don't know if it's true. I mentioned it before, where I feel like my brain's trying to figure out where like the person is that I'm talking to. So like I'm talking and like trying to do like echolocation, like that's kind of where I'm going with talking on the phone with someone. And so I end up walking, like the other day I was here and then I ended up all the way on the street, like halfway down the road.
I understand that. I'm a wanderer on the phone too, but I hold the phone to my ear.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's traditionally designed.
Yeah, like how it was created, like initially,
I don't know, I like it on speaker because then I feel like I'm chatting to them like they're there almost.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I have to live with this.
You just shoehorned another pet peeve in there.
Yeah. No, I try and take up as little space as I can. And that's taking up a lot of space.
Yeah. I have walked into the wrong places so many times.
Yeah.
But I'm in construction, so I've got hivers, so they kind of just let you do that. Anyway.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like it's sound space.
Yeah.
But you're definitely taking up, like you've got this shell that is your body. That's your space to do whatever you want with.
Yeah.
But I'm taking up a lot of value.
But every time you make a sound out loud, that takes up more space.
Yeah.
Because someone else has to hear it.
Yeah.
So our neighbours are probably furious at me at this
also,
point.
You said you keep walking in the wrong place. Are you trespassing people's places? Or where are you going?
Sometimes I have.
You've accidentally trespassed.
I've gone into the wrong office building before.
I feel like we've all
I don't have any problem with that. Wandering's fine.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's accidentally trespassed, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those laws. It's not really a law. Is it?
It feels like kind of like a
fences are
feels
a bit
optional.
Yeah.
I think it's only if the person objects to you.
Yes. Yeah. It's only trespassing if someone feels put out by it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Then I think it's totally fine.
Yeah.
I think we've absolutely nailed the trespassing laws in New Zealand. I think we should be working for government.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
I also with the.
What about on a bus? Would you take a phone call out loud on a bus?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't do it on a bus.
So if you wouldn't do it on a bus, why would you do it anywhere?
Yeah.
I mean, a bus is worse.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those
do
things.
It at the airport. It's the worst.
Yeah, that really frustrates me. But you are the kind of person that does do it in public.
Yeah.
And you are also the kind of person that will take your speaker with you and play your music out loud.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking up
around
so much
town.
space when I think about this.
Yeah.
Do you play music on a speaker at the beach?
Like, yes. And I'll take... And I take like a barbecue. It's like a whole thing.
That's fine.
Yeah, and like I blow up toys and I just make a big thing out of it.
it's the speaker that's
I don't understand. I'm a big music fan and music listener, and I like very loud and often objectionable music.
Yeah.
No one else wants to hear it.
Okay, all right, well, this will get you. When we lived in London, I used to just have a on my bag, I'll just have my speaker on the side of my bag, and I'll just listen to it as I
On
walk
the
around
tube?
on the tube and stuff.
Like,
yeah,
on the street. Yeah.
but I was promoting 660 hard.
For fuck's sakes.
I was like, this is New Zealand. I was like, oh, this is some New Zealand stuff.
I only just met you today, but I've made some judgments.
You'll hear me coming in, you're like, I can't do this gig. I can't do it.
It's easy to avoid, though.
I don't understand. It's like, that is one of my absolute pet peeves.
But you know, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with the boom box thing.
Not really.
There's
Not now.
Yeah.
I think in the 80s there was no, in the 90s there's no other option.
Oh, true. There's
Yeah. Now there are
like,
headphones.
Oh, Will Smith does it. So.
Oh no! Don't put me on that. Don't say that. Don't say.
Oh yeah. It is a pet peeve. Yeah, it's
I own an
definitely-
absurd amount of speakers, so that's true. A lot of portable ones for different things.
But
For how objectionable you want it to feel on the day.
How much you want to annoy people.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like we've found a lot of irks from you now.
yeah.
As well. Like,
Do you have any pet peeves or things
think
that
we've
like
covered it.
It's everything? Yes. Yeah.
So we're just talking very generally here.
Yeah.
These are just little annoyances, not like like the rise in global fascism. We're not going to talk.
Yeah, we
That's
tend
quite
to.
annoying.
Yeah, well, that's super annoying. Yeah. You know what? It just really it really frustrates me.
Yeah. I tell you, this might be a kind of hard one to get across, but there's a thing that some people do, and it's not comedians because they're usually a bit too self-aware, right? But there's a thing that some normal people do, where they've learned a phrase that they think is funny, and they put it into everyday conversation like they've thought of it.
Oh yeah.
And it's a thing, and it's a joke that like everyone knows. Yeah. For example, the phrase, I think I just was a little sick in my mouth, which was a thing about 10 years ago. And people would just say that all the time.
Yeah.
Like they thought of it. And they'd kind of look at you for a reaction. Like, are you going to laugh? I'm like, no, everyone's heard that.
Yeah.
And lots of people have said that.
Yeah, you've just tried to, unless you've actually thrown up in your mouth.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you're just sharing. That's different.
is it the looking after saying
I think
it?
I think that's probably it. The expectation, the kind of, oh, is he?
Yeah. Looking for a laugh. Being thirsty for a laugh in normal conversation.
From someone else's joke, really.
Yeah.
Because it's usually come from a TV show or a meme or something, right?
Yeah, they've just kind of like grabbed it. Yeah. I am guilty of saying that, but that is because I throw up in my mouth a lot.
Yeah.
And that's probably an overshare. Yeah. That would frustrate me. I also find it frustrating when people try and like try out their jokes in conversation ahead of a show. Like this is more comedians.
Yeah,
this is the comedian side of it.
I mean, some people are pretty guilty of that.
I find it I find it quite funny, but not because I'm finding the jokes funny, but because I'm finding it funny.
It's happening,
Yes, I'm like, is this
it just throws me off because I was like, I thought we were having a genuine conversation. I didn't realize that was the setup for a punchline.
But sometimes people, you kind of do it inadvertently, right? Sometimes you just like, these are thoughts that are coming out of my head now, and then you kind of go, oh, that's kind of funny, actually. I might just say that on stage.
Yeah.
And then it does look like you've tested it out. But
Yeah.
you probably haven't.
No.
Yeah, no. But some people definitely come in like with the goal of testing it out, like in conversation,
Yeah, that's unforgivable.
Yeah, I find it really funny. I'm like, what are you doing?
I know though that my dad's doing that now. He's like,
Yeah.
you need to write this one down. And I was like,
God.
oh, like, oh no,
Yeah.
not anyone. No, it's okay. Thank you.
Oh my gosh,
He's also a builder too, so it's
Yeah, my dad is also so into what I should be saying on stage. It's a whole thing.
Well, but people are generally, right?
Yes.
Here's one for you. So I had a great example of this the other day. So I did a gig in near Nelson, and there was a lady after the show, and she was an older lady, like, I would say pushing 80.
Yeah.
In the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was
Out in the
great.
town.
Yeah, it was great. She'd piped up a couple of times in the show. She was quite funny. It was all very nice and funny. We had a bit of banter, and that was good. And then after the show, she was like, she came up and she was really well dressed, and she said, "Here's one for you." And I'm like, "Oh, how's this gonna go? How's this gonna go?"
Yeah.
Because it's normally like an old joke that it's like a pub joke or whatever.
Yeah.
But she goes, "How is it that every week somebody walks into a school in America and kills a bunch of kids, but when they have a go at Trump, they miss?"
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
Whoa.
well, I was like, well, that's very dark, but it's quite a good point.
Yeah, you're like, what?
It was like that day that there was the assassination attempt again.
Yeah.
So what did she say? Write that one down.
She's like, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, that kind of has the structure of a very dark, but it's a joke.
Yeah.
It is a joke. Like, it has a joke structure to it.
And it was an original thought.
Like,
Just
what
burning
is this
to
woman
tell you
doing
that.
at home?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's.
Well, now you've made that full circle come to life. Like, she's actually. I want her to find this now.
Because normally in those situations, it's like some horrifically racist pub joke.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 people of these ethnicities walk into a pub.
Yeah. Every time you're like, God, can we just? Can we not?
Moved on from that.
Yeah. My dad's thing is that because my dad can sing, he was like, oh, it'd be really cool. And I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but it is just so absurd that it'd be really cool if he could sing like lounge songs at like a bar, and when he takes breaths, I quickly tell a joke.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
so combined your Billy T. James.
yeah, combined our story, our skills together to make the worst dinner entertainment Wellington has to offer.
That's what Billy T. used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to like that kind of Rat Pack kind of style. He'd sing a song and do a few jokes.
See, that's quite cool.
Yeah,
that's quite cool. Yeah.
But he would, and I think this is kind of public knowledge now. Like most of his material wasn't his.
Yeah.
Which was kind of the way back then. Like, it was, the lounge singers, they didn't write their own jokes.
Yeah.
The Joey Bishop and all that. It was just kind of like, you would put your own spin on jokes in the public domain.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, because like lots of people like hearing jokes that they're already kind of familiar with as well. It seems to be a bit of a thing. Yeah. It's definitely, we were talking about like different kind of styles of comedy in different countries and places that don't speak English, and some of that is like some of our friends were talking about like Japanese comedy, and some of it is about the recognizing the joke as it's being said.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Just a real different take on what I would be used to for comedy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway. Comedy across the world. No, it's a random fact. Excellent. Well, should we move on to the last little part of our podcast, which is the part that makes the least sense. So Quentin was a builder for some time, but he didn't like being outside, and so now he's not a builder.
This is the only way I get to I spent all those years.
Are you not a builder anymore because the people you work with didn't enjoy hearing every single thing you've ever listened to?
Yeah.
I turned that music off.
Actually, on that, we had a builder downstairs doing our kind
Maybe
of
it's
demo.
a builder thing.
And he had his music playing out loud, but what he was doing was listening to Eternal Flame over and over and over again.
Wow.
We were
Bengals.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was a little bit...
We were like, should we check in on him?
It's a good song, but like
yeah.
after like the 4th or 5th go of the song in a row, I was like, okay.
Is he okay? Do we need to go down there and see?
I think he's having a time. Anyway, this part of this podcast is called Tool Time. No, you're a tool. Fuck, I fucked it. You're a tool. Yeah, nailed it. And Quentin brings a tool and it's also a part that works pretty poorly on the audio only platform.
Yeah. So this one's quite heavy if you wanted to have a...
Yeah, so it's so before we say what it does, we'll describe what it looks like for those that are listening to it audio.
Roughly, I do know what this does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no fucking idea.
I can't remember what it's called, but I know what it does.
Yeah. What is it? It looks like a space gun, kind of.
It does look like a blaster. Do you know if you're in Star Wars movies, you're not allowed to call them guns? They're always blasters.
Blasters.
Yeah, I learned that the other day.
Oh.
So it does look like a blaster. It's not charged.
Yeah,
the battery's out.
I thought just for safety.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Don't want you getting hurt and then you're like, I went here and accused...
Yeah,
played loud music and
like it's on
and
us.
hurt my feet.
Killed Ben Hurley.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Do you want me to say? So it's kind of long. It's made by Makita. It's got a handle. Yeah. So I believe this. You put a saw in there, and you cut things from above.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. So I don't know what it's called. It's not a drop saw. I don't know what its name is.
Bird's eye saw.
Yeah, it's for cutting things from above.
Yeah.
It's good for demo construction.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you just attack something and cut it, and you don't care about the finesse.
Yeah.
This is your tool.
It'll
eat through metal, wood, you name it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you put the saw bit.
Yeah, different blades in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it does.
I'm gonna a blaster saw.
A blaster saw. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Now this one is called, and it also has a little hook. So that you can hook it on wall, hook it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
In case you want to hang it up like
Because it's
smart.
quite heavy, so you just want to rest your arm. You can put it on there.
Oh, nice.
But this has got a
slide down the ground.
It's just called I like it. It's like skill saw, but it's the name of the brand. This was a saber saw.
Saber saw.
Oh, that's actually pretty sick.
Yeah,
that's nice.
That's pretty sick. Oh,
But-
maybe I'd be saber woman.
Yeah, skill saw's got a rotating blade.
Yeah, there's a saber saw, and also reciprocating saw.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it just goes backwards and forwards like that.
That makes
yeah,
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool.
That's what reciprocating is, back and forward. Fuck, I've never put two and two together.
Reciprocating.
Yeah. Holy shit. Well, that was your tool. I think we absolutely fucking nailed that.
We did.
Such a random section.
That's good. 46-year-old dad's gonna
That's for you.
power toolers.
Yeah.
It's such a bizarre section of the podcast.
No, really
and
like
it kind of does just kind of round off. That's how we end. That's how we end the podcast, is by doing your tool. So, yeah, main thing is, did you want to say anything else before we clock off?
Not really. I don't.
Sweet.
I mean, are you working on downstairs?
I've done a little bit of work, but like not too much. Because
Okay.
I still want to give it to the insurance guys, you know. Keep them busy.
Yeah, we're being really generous. It's not because we're lazy.
Did you lose much stuff?
Yeah. So the flooding downstairs, we lost. Actually, no. So most of our podcast stuff, which is usually downstairs, is rigged from the ceiling. And so what we lost were kind of like 2 HDMI cables, a cable for a light, and then a huge picture of my face, which was for a show, not because I'm crazy. Yeah. Just want to really want to. I want to lead out. Oh, and a picture of David Bowie's crotch we also lost. But other than that,
From Labyrinth?
yeah,
I would assume.
yeah,
That's,
of course.
That's the most prominent Bowie crotch.
Yes, exactly. It really makes the whole film. I think it pulls it together. I have strong
I had a lot of
opinions.
sexual awakenings from straight women around my age. Watching that.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
And gay men, probably. I know.
Yeah, I think so.
assume.
A lot of like anyone that's like into a crotch was like, this is a moment in their lives. Yeah.
Was it his actual crotch, or was it just like a blown up version?
No, I think it was his actual crotch.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
notoriously quite well hung.
Wow.
Yeah. I was Googling it the other day.
Yeah. It changes that whole picture we had. It's like an A0 picture we have too.
Yeah.
Of it.
Oh, it's a big old dick.
Yeah. Well, it's also for a show, so I just want to not because we're crazy.
No, well, your lounge is very tastefully decorated, but it could really use a Bowie dick.
Yeah, there's a Bowie dick on the wall is the only thing the lounge is missing. Oh, fantastic. Oh, well, we'll round off the podcast then. Thank you so much for being on. This has been Circle Irk. Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I've been Mo Munn.
I've been Bowie dick.
Nice.
And I've Q-bots.
Excellent. Woo.
I like that. We ended on Bowie's dick. That's,
Yeah, which
you
feels
got-
right.
It feels right.
I know we're going to print up another picture actually because it's needed for our Comedy Fest show. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
No worries, that flew. That was great.
Yeah, awesome. Just chill and
Very
random
fun.